Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. Today we'll be doing the detailed review of one of the eagerly awaited or one of the exciting devices for 2024, the OnePlus 12R. Now OnePlus 12R was launched in India for a price of around 39,999, the same pricing of the OnePlus 11R launched last year. We all know how popular the OnePlus 11R was in terms of performance, and it was like a good all-round package. Now we have the successor for that, OnePlus 12R, and of course this comes with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, the last year's flagship chip, and there are few other changes to the device as well. So in this video we'll be looking at what all has changed and how good is the device for this price segment. So before getting into the video, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So let's first start with the design and build quality. Now design, if you look at the design aspect of the OnePlus 12R, nothing's changed much in terms of design elements. Now we get a very similar design as that of the OnePlus 11R, the curved camera unit and the projection here. It looks very similar. Now there has been slight change in the thickness and the weight. Now it's around 8.8 mm in thickness and around 207 grams because the battery capacity has increased from 5000 to 5500 milliampere. So that makes the device a bit thicker, but of course this doesn't feel like a very heavy or a very thick device. It's quite good in terms of the weight distribution and feels quite good in hands. Now in terms of design aspect, you can see that the back panel is completely glossy, especially for the blue color. Now we have a completely glass finish. Now the camera unit is circular. We have a slight matte finish which extends to the side panel as well. We have the OnePlus logo which looks pretty good. The overall the glossy finishing looks good. Now you can see that the power and volume keys are on the right side. Now on the top you get the IR blaster. On the left we have the alert slider, and at the bottom you get the USB Type-C port, the speaker unit and the SIM tray. Now the front panel has the punch hole selfie camera which is a 16 megapixel shooter, and also the front speakers. Now the display is curved display which feels quite good. It's a very bright and vivid display, and you can see the bezels are also very minimal. So the in-hand experience of the device is really good. It does feel very premium in hands, especially with the looks, and this blue color also adds to the beauty of the device. So overall we feel design and build quality is good, and it's a glass finish. We also get Gorilla Glass Victus 2 support on the display, so that makes the device pretty good in terms of design and build quality. Now next let's move on to the display. Now here also you get an upgrade, and now we have an LTPO 4.0 display. You get HDR10 plus support. There is also Dolby Vision support, and up to 4500 nits of peak brightness is included, and the color gamut is also very good. So the display quality is definitely good for this price segment, around 40,000 price segment. It's a solid display, especially if you're watching movies and all. You get a really bright and vivid display, crisp display, and Pro HDR display is what OnePlus calls this. So this is one of the good displays out there in this price segment. We don't have anything to complain here, especially if you're watching movies and playing OTT platforms. This is a really good display, and the touch response is good, and there is also Gorilla Glass Victus 2 support. So the display quality is definitely improved and looks great. Now next let's talk about the software. Now we have the Oxygen OS 14 on top of Android 14, and you get 3 years of Android updates promised. Now this device comes with a pretty good experience actually. Now we all know that Android 14 and Oxygen OS 14, we have done a lot of videos on those, and the Oxygen OS 14 is very refined actually. Here you don't get any sort of bloatware. The UI experience is good. Let's quickly have a look at the UI experience. So if you open the settings panel, you can see the about device, OnePlus 12R, and we have the Android version, Android 14 and Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 platform. Then if you look at the UI experience, it's very refined actually, very neatly arranged, and in terms of wallpaper and styling you get plenty of options like always on display, theme support, colors, quick settings, fingerprint animation, edge lighting, then home screen and lock screen also you have plenty of options. Then if you go to the special features, we have smart suggestions, then split view, then smart sidebar where you get the option of file dock as well. We have discussed about file dock in our detailed review of the same. Now there are plenty of options available, and then looks pretty good and very neatly arranged. And even if you look at the notification toggles, it looks very clean and arranged, and there aren't any bloatwares included as such. The other apps which we have installed are installed after getting the device, but there are no bloatwares available on this device. So that is pretty good experience. So software experience is really nice on this device, and you get promised updates from OnePlus. So that makes the device really competitive, and it comes with Android 14 out of the box. Now talking about the performance, now this is again one of the strong points of this device. At 40,000 rupees you get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, and you get either 8GB RAM or 16GB storage RAM, and you get 128GB storage and 256GB. Now both of them are UFS 3.1. Now there was a confusion regarding the base variant with UFS 3.1 and the top end variant with UFS 4.0, but it's UFS 3.1 actually. In fact, we had done the performance testing of this device, and we found that Antutu was showing UFS 3.1, but we couldn't confirm this because OnePlus was showing 4.0 on their website. So now it's confirmed that it's a UFS 3.1 on all the storage variants. Now talking about the performance, it's a very solid experience actually with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Personally, I don't have to explain how good the performance would be. There is hardly any issues, very smooth experience, there's no heating issues as well, and even the gaming experience was pretty good, solid experience, and it also has one of the largest vapor chamber cooling, so that makes the device very stable in terms of thermals as well. So overall experience using the device for almost 2-3 weeks now has been very solid actually on the OnePlus 12R. So solid performance, and you also get in-display fingerprint scanner on this device, which is again very good and extremely fast in unlocking the device. Now you also get dual SIM card support, 5G support is there, and you get all the 5G bands. We tried with Airtel and Jio, absolutely no issues in network signal strength. Now you also get dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos support, so sound quality is pretty good. Let's quickly have a look at the sound quality. So that's about the performance. So overall we would say there is hardly anything to complain in terms of performance. Now let's move on to the cameras. Now this device comes with a 50 megapixel primary camera, Sony IMX890 sensor, a secondary 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a depth sensor, or rather macro sensor, not a depth sensor, actually a macro sensor, and then you get a 16 megapixel selfie camera as well. Now cameras at this price segment, we feel there should have been an upgrade. At least there should have been a telephoto lens is what we feel. Now the primary camera is quite capable actually. You can record 4K 60 FPS videos as well. Now the daylight captures taken with this device is pretty good actually. Good details, good sharpness levels, and overall clarity also looks quite good. There is hardly anything to complain in terms of primary camera, but the secondary camera, the 8 megapixel ultra wide and the macro sensor are quite very much average, I would say. At least in this price segment there should have been a telephoto lens added. That's probably, we feel, that's what is missing in the camera department, but otherwise it's quite a good camera. Even the low light experience was also quite satisfactory, I would say. And the video recording, as I said, there is 4K 60 FPS support, and optical image stabilization and electronic image stabilization is available. The selfie camera also turned out to be quite good. Now as I said before, the cameras, the primary and the selfie camera are quite good, but the secondary cameras are kind of very much average. We expect OnePlus to at least upgrade the cameras next time on this device. So that's the camera aspect. Now let's move on to the battery. Now this is one of the major upgrades, 5500 milliampere battery from 5000 on the OnePlus 11R, and you get 100 watt fast charging, which can charge the device around less than an hour, or rather less than half an hour, less than 30 minutes it can charge, which is really good actually. Extremely fast charging on the OnePlus 12R. So battery performance is once again very stellar. You can easily get through 1.5 days of usage. Even if you are a heavy user, it's still possible to get through more than a day of battery life, because the battery capacity has increased, and we all know that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is highly efficient as well. So battery life is solid on this device. So that was my experience with the OnePlus 12R. So what are the pros and cons? Now the pros include pretty good design. It's a refined design compared to the previous generation. There are minor changes, although the thickness and the weight is slightly on the higher side, but still not a major concern. The display is really improved actually. Dolby Vision comes in, and software experience is good, performance is solid, and the battery life and charging are also really good. Now the cons of the device, probably I feel cameras could be better actually. At least at 40,000 rupees we feel the secondary cameras are kind of very weak, and video recording is also not that great. That is one area where we feel OnePlus should focus a bit more. The cameras are, the primary camera of course is quite okay, but overall if you look at the package, the cameras are the weak link on this device. So if you're not really particular about the cameras, especially the secondary and third cameras, this is still a solid device for 40,000 rupees. You can't go wrong with the OnePlus 12R in terms of performance and overall experience, but the cameras definitely need a bit more fine tuning. So that was my experience with the OnePlus 12R. So do I recommend this device? Definitely yes. At 40,000 rupees is a solid option right now. You can pick in this price segment. So that was my experience with the OnePlus 12R. So what do you guys think about the OnePlus 12R? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.